everybody, I'm Bobby Glassett, and today I am going to be talking to you about tying the knot on a stretch bracelet. So I've laid out some of my stretch bracelets, and we're going to go through the steps of tying the knot. And I was going to see if I could find, I was able to hide the knot in this one, and yep, it's right there. So there we go. So there's what the knot looks like. Probably on camera, you can't see that too much. But hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so now I just put that back in there. Okay, so we're going to be practicing knot tying before we actually do it with a bracelet, because although I think it is a simple knot, some people need to see it more times than other people. So I'm going to show it. I'm going to make this available. If you get this right away, don't worry about watching more of this video. Okay, so I'm going to walk through a couple different materials here. I'm going to do a black, and then I'm going to do a pink, and then I'll do some elastic, and then I'll tie a real one. Okay, and you're going to need some tools for practicing this. So obviously I like my bead mat, so I've got my bead mat out, and a crochet hook works really good to pull the knot through, and I'll show you that in a second. And I have several different sizes. I kind of like this one, and I'll create a PDF with instructions, and I'll tell you what sizes all of these are if you want to buy some crochet hooks. This came in a little set, and it was for crocheting, I don't know, thread or something. It's really, they're super tiny little hooks on the end, but that makes it nice for grabbing that elastic and pulling it through. The other thing I have used for years is this tool, and it is a paper piercing tool, and I've had a hard time finding these at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and maybe they're there and I just don't know it. I got this one, like I said, years ago. It's from Close to My Heart, and it's for poking holes in paper. It is really sharp because it's for poking holes in paper. And if you don't want to have something sharp around your kids or yourself, you're worried, the crochet hook could be a better way to go. It's totally up to you. Try what works for you. Okay? All right, so I've got something here. This is called Rat Tail. Did I keep the package? Yeah, I did. And this is, I don't know, one of the craft stores. And this is just to practice with. You don't need this. If you have yarn, you can practice with yarn. If you have kite string, I mean, whatever you got around that you can kind of practice with. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to line up your ends of your elastic, and imagine that there are beads on here. Okay. And when there are beads on, you're going to put your thumb wherever the beads are, okay, at the end of the beads, and put your thumb. Then you're going to wrap this around two fingers, okay? So put your fingers kind of like this, like a peace sign, okay? So this is a peace sign, right? So turn your fingers over, and then you're going to put your thumb up in there, okay? So you're going to put that behind your thumb. You're going to hold it in your other hand, okay? And you're going to need a length of string to go around your fingers. Now when you've got elastic, you're going to be able to stretch your elastic, okay? Ooh. This won't stretch, okay? So I need to make sure I have plenty. So let me get that closer to the camera. There. All right, so you've got this coming around, okay? Can you see the X on the back? I'm holding it with my thumb. So that comes around, goes under my thumb, okay? I'm going to bring this across, and I've got 2 lines now. My ring finger comes up and holds this loose end. Now remember, when you're using elastic, this is going to be stretchy and you're not going to have this much extra, but that's why we're practicing. Okay, then you're going to get your crochet hook or your sharp tool, whatever you choose. You're going to put it between your fingers and you're going to go under this one. So under, and you're going to go over, and you're going to pull it through. Okay, and I kind of dropped it. So now I'm going to put my crochet hook back in there and I'm going to pull that and keep pulling that till they both come through. Okay, now I'm going to put the crochet hook back in. Okay, I'm going to kind of roll it around to the back. Okay, get those tails coming out. All right. That did not go right. Okay, so I'm going to take that crochet hook out. I got to get it inside the knot. All right, inside the knot. And I'm going to roll that towards my thumb. Bringing that towards my thumb. Okay, then I'm going to hold it with my thumb. I'm going to grab these 2 tails. And I'm going to grab the crochet hook again. Okay, again, remember we've got elastic and so it's trying to get away from us. Then I'm going to pull my fingers out. And now I'm going to tighten this knot wherever it needs to be. Oh gosh, get my hands in the way. Okay, you're going to tighten this knot wherever it needs to be so it's up against your beads. All right, so you're going to tie that. Okay, now the reason we've put this tool in our knot is so that we can move this knot. If you've ever tried to tie a knot with elastic, it can really be a challenge. And early on in my bracelet making days, I realized I had to figure out a way to move this knot around. All right, so there you go. So as long as you've got something in the middle there, you're able to slide that knot down. Okay, and if you need to open it up, you can. You're able to open that up. All right, when you've got it tight where you want it to be against your beads, then you're going to slip this out. Okay, when it's a bracelet, you'll lay it out, you'll make sure everything is nice and right where you want it to be, and then you will tighten up that knot. Okay, all right, so that's with the black string. Now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it with this pink string, and because I don't know which one's going to show up better on the camera. So all right, again, I've got my 2 ends. Okay, I got my fingers, I got my piece, I'm holding it here, I'm wrapping it around, I need a little more, I'm wrapping it around so it makes an X on the back. I bring my ring finger to hold it, I get my crochet hook, I go under, oops, sorry guys, I have to look at my screen to see. Okay, I go under and over and pull it through. All right, then I put my crochet hook back. Okay, I bring it around, I put my thumb on the tails, I pull my fingers out, and I can tighten that knot down. Okay. And of course you can rewind this. And if you want to watch me do the black one, just rewind it and you can watch it again. Okay. So then I'm able to tighten that up. And then I'm going to slide out the crochet hook. I would lay out my bracelet, make sure everything looks good. You don't want it too tight and you don't want it too loose. You've got to tie it just right. And that's really the trick, is tying it just right. Okay, when you like it, then you're going to cinch that down. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to do it with an elastic. This is about the length of a regular bracelet, I think. Let me double check. Yep. I use about 12 inches of string when I'm doing a 7-inch bracelet. Okay. Just like the others, gonna line up those two ends. All right. And this is where the beads would be, down on this end. Okay. So I make my peace sign. I put my thumb to hold that. And I'm going to wrap that around. I'm having trouble. I have lotion on my hands. This is slippery elastic, and this is the difference between yarn and elastic. Okay? And I don't have any beads either. Okay, so then I hold it with my ring finger. I get my crochet hook. I go under the first two. I go over the second, and I pull that elastic through. I grab those tails, okay, put the hook back in, roll that around. I'm going to take the ends in my thumb, okay, I'm holding that against the crochet hook, pull my fingers out, and pull it tight. Okay. Whoa, that's coming out. Okay. So I grab it. Okay, I lay it out. I make sure everything looks good. Pull that tight. Okay. Then I slip out my crochet hook and I tighten up my knot. All right, and I didn't tighten that because I don't want to. I don't want to waste it. Okay, so now here's a real bracelet. I'm going to make sure that it's even at the ends and that my beads, oh, see what, I just messed up those beads. So they're not even now. So now I got to make that even up. Okay, so I even up my beads. My ends are matched up. Okay, I get it in my fingers. Here's my peace sign. Get it in my fingers. I put my thumb behind the beads. And then I pull that elastic, and you can see I get quite a bit of distance there. All right. Then I'm wrapping that around my fingers. I make an X on the back, pull it, ring finger holds it, get my crochet hook, I go under the first two, over, grab those, and pull them through. I take those ends, bring them around, kind of hold that with my thumb until I can get my hook back in. Okay, now I grab the ends. Okay, I've got them and I'm holding it against the crochet hook to keep that tension. It's getting away from me. All right, I'm just going to hold it with my fingers. I have lotion on. Okay, then I'm going to pull my fingers out. There we go. All right, now I'm going to be able to move that. So I was able to move that knot, and I'm going to show you that again. Okay, so if I just pull on it, see how that's pulling and loosening? And I don't want it out there, then I'd have a bunch of empty elastic and it wouldn't fit me right. Okay, so now I'm pulling, actually this is the smaller end. trying to do this so you guys can see it. It's a little awkward. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to lay that out. Make sure that it's not too tight or not too loose. Okay, looks good. I'm going to pull that crochet hook out. Okay. And then I'm going to tighten up that knot. I'm going to tighten, tighten. Okay, and then I'm going to pull it super tight and get that knot as tiny as I can. There you go. Okay, so there's a knot. The next step is you put the knot inside and you trim off your ends. All right, that's how you tie a knot for a stretch bracelet.